back. Oh, God. Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome.
Oh, wait. You need to leave again.
But you just got back.
Okay. I'm gonna have to mute mid-journey. Actually, I may have to do that for other channels too here. Gonna show up on my recording. I don't want that to happen.
Nope.
Okay, now I'm back.
Are you sure?
Welcome
Almost.
back. We shall begin as soon as CG arrives.
Classic.
Ah, yes.
Always. And seeing as it is technically the begin time, if you want to ping him, you may do so. It's like, hey, get your shit in here.
Let me do it. Hang on a sec. I have so many damn channels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it might be working. Did I fix it? Yes, I fixed it. You guys can do that, right?
Yes.
Oh my God! Finally. Nobody. But I had broken my. Oh, that one still doesn't work. Okay, that's weird. Some of them are fixed. I broke my soundboard, but some of them work now.
You broke it.
They're just really quiet.
That hurts my ears.
For sure. My
God.
soundboard, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, what just happened? Did we step into a rave?
Painter happened.
Ugh. We're raving in the rain.
Let that motherfucker. No bodies to loot, sorry.
We can make some.
We ate one of them. We threw
Yeah,
another
I
one
think
into a bag, so we
Yeah,
still
got
have
one
that
in a
body.
bag, and I ate one. Yeah, and I think we left one. I think there were 3. I could be wrong.
No, there were 2 survivors.
In the bag, as time pass.
Yes, things will rot in the bag of holding.
That's
Yes, they will.
unfortunate.
Also, they're technically you can hide in a bag of holding, but you have like 15 minutes of air.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
There he is.
Also, Tranquility did take one of the shadow daggers, so we didn't come out totally lootless.
Oh, dagger.
I was just like browsing like everyone's character sheet because I was bored, and I'm like, I realized like half of us are like really short.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's true.
Ooh.
Okay. We have all
Freakishly tall.
arrived. Now I just need everyone in the roll 20.
Okay,
My login is
horses.
my login is taking a second.
No, I don't want to be in Vimeria.
Finally,
don't.
it loads.
You don't want to be in Vimuria.
It's a silly place anyway.
Second thought, let's not go to Camelot.
Yeah, like shit happens and shit.
Is
Random
someone
shit.
enjoying being away from the kids? Like, guys, I think we have an under 18 here. Stop cursing.
Oh, we do?
No,
do?
I mean in the other game.
See,
Where it's always like you have to have a guilty conscience of Maria because there's always somebody coming in.
I believe this is an 18+ server, gentlemen.
oh, I thought you were serious when you said someone here was under 18.
No, not in this one, in Vermaria.
Oh yeah, I was looking at my at game time. I'm like, who the hell is here? Mm-hmm. All right.
Keep the curses out of your fucking mouth.
All right, let's do it.
I feel called out.
So we have the. Are we streaming currently?
Yep.
All right. Welcome to Long Dark of Elyssara, everybody. This particular adventure is going to include mature themes, intense scenes, conflicts, and moral dilemmas. So, what comes with that might be some pretty nasty, gruesome things. We'll find out. Anyways, let's get rid of that music for a second.
I liked it.
Extremely dramatic warning.
It's ready to be a horror movie.
So, who would like to provide the recap for last time?
Tranquility has been getting steadily more fed up with everything.
That's valid.
So,
Given.
yes. So, we poked around and played with our shadow pet for a little bit, but unfortunately we did not get enough relevant information from the Long Dark and from the notes thereof, although we did ruin a ration. I don't remember why. We just
Yes, you did. You wanted to see what would happen to it.
Okay, well, it was ruined. So then we went to our rendezvous.
Mm-hmm.
We had
Lorraine, yep.
We had a lovely little chat in which he confirmed that there was more sabotage going on than the sabotage we already knew about. Then we went to our other rendezvous where we got even more sabotage, so now we have 3 instances of sabotage, whereupon we simply picked up the Shadow Sect dude we were talking to and ran away with him. We are now dragging him back to, whatchamacallit, to meet with... Who's this? I'm doing great, guys.
Thalion.
So-
Yeah, exactly.
Thalion?
Yep.
Thalion,
Thalion
yes.
is Aurora's Rest, yep.
And on the way, Tranquility is probably going to yell at Zan to go watch the water because, as we have all just realized, this is the advent of the darkest day of the week, and therefore it is a nice, ominous, and relevant time to turn everybody in the town into plain touched by dumping Eclypsium in their water supply and watching them drink it and cackling evilly.
I think the guy that we interrogated did say that the plot was set for like next Friday or something like that. I could be wrong.
Something to, yeah, he had mentioned that there was going to be a sort of project completion celebration kind of thing.
But that was before 2 of his people came staggering in with injuries and broken limbs saying, ow, ow, we don't know what hit us, but it hurt, ow, 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 monsters, help, ow. Which
Also
might mess
true.
with the time frame a bit.
Possibly.
You hush, DM.
Possibly.
So we are now running back to town to go. Oh, yes. And we also stopped by and made sure that somebody else in town was stockpiling fresh water just so we had an alternate source to point to.
Right.
So now the plan is to fling the prisoner at Thalion's, not prisoner, he came along willingly. Fling the guy at Thalion's head and say, hey, check this, and then run off.
Nice.
Ignatius Drachmore.
Yes.
What was I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was going to say the guy that we talked to was best buddy Shopkeep, whose name escapes me again a second time.
Bert.
Bert?
Bert.
Okay, there we go. Cool, thanks.
It's not his full name, it's just a short name. But
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Bert.
Bartholomew.
All right. Yes, and there was one other equally important piece of information there that he kind of ended off with for the last session, which was that he doesn't know why people call them Umbralites, because they're known as the Shadow Sect.
Yep.
All right. And with that being said, you stand in silence amidst the pouring rain and deepening shadows of the landscape before Project Dawnbreak, awestruck by Ignatius's fearful words. The thought of Eclypsium tearing the light out from within and replacing it with darkness causes a stir inside of you, a heartfelt shift in priority. With the minutes turning to hours, the time to act against the encroaching plot is rapidly narrowing. Still unaware of how the plot to poison the water supply of Aurora's Rest will unfold, you continue to seek answers under the undisputable authority of the Wardens, determined to stop the Umbralites, known collectively by Ignatius as the Shadow Sect, from exacting their heinous wishes. But amidst it all, beyond the edge of perception, watchful eyes observe with keen interest. What do you all do?
So I think we're halfway between Dawnbreak and Aurora's Rest with Drothmore at this point, right?
Yeah, you're right at the crossroads there.
Okay.
If you turn left, it'll bring you towards Ebonshade Forest.
Is it faster to continue, or is it faster to double back and use the zippy thing to teleport?
Probably at this point, it would be faster for you to just continue.
Okay.
Let's do that then.
By gum, we continue.
Drunk, as we're walking, Drunk wants to ask Drothmore, like, okay, so you hadn't heard about the water poisoning plot or anything about the materials being used in the project being sabotaged, but you mentioned a plot to undermine Project Dawnbreak distinct from those two. Can you just tell us everything that you know about what the Shadow Sect is planning?
I really wish I could help you more. I'm sure if I was to be given some time and maybe a little bit of encouragement, I could try and find out what they're planning, but it might put me at great risk.
You are already the target.
And
That's only because of who I am and what I'm capable of.
the whole town's at risk too.
Can you
That's just
explain that to us a little bit also? Why were, when we first saw you, you were being sort of harassed by a group of the Shadow Sect? What was the impetus of that? Why were they doing that? What's their beef with you?
Roll me a charisma check if you don't have persuasion.
I do not have persuasion.
Who, all of us?
18, hell yeah.
Just him.
Okay.
Okay. He says, my family is a prominent one. We live to the north, actually, just at the far northern edge of the Elder Twixt. A place near Duskbow Copse. Have you heard of it?
I haven't personally.
Tranquility gives a small nod.
You have. And then he just kind of blinks at you for a moment, Tranquility. And he says, Do I know you?
She clears her throat and says, perhaps a distantly, I am Tranquility Gold Thistle Ustacel.
You're the family of Gold Thistle?
Maiden.
He looks to the ground. And he says, I know what this means, and firsthand, I'd like to apologize on behalf of my family towards yours.
DM, out of character, is he referring to the blackening of the name, or does he sound like he's referring to something much more recent?
He's referring to the staining of his family name. Because you guys knew them well.
She nods and she says, I know it can't be easy, but it just does seem that you have a unique chance to redeem yourself here. Well, I don't think she would say herself, but your name here.
And as you continue walking, he says, yes, I would love for the opportunity to do that, to make up for my family's mistakes. That's why I'm here. I thought I would contribute to, well, the greater good, the goal that everyone wants to be a part of.
Almost everyone.
I think Drunk is nodding vigorously at that and reiterates what he had said a few minutes ago and says, look, people can do a lot of wrong, but people can do a lot of good too. As long as you are striving to do the right thing, you can change and be better. You just have to strive to be better. I feel that personally. I relate to that, and I'm with you, and I want to help you help yourself. And in the process, we might be able to save this town. We might be able to save the world. Dawnbreak being sabotaged is not good.
Hey. I'm not worthy of such kindness.
I'm not either. But we can strive to be worth it. Like I said, I feel you. I am also not worth that kindness. I understand where you're coming from. But we need to push ourselves to be worthy of that. And do our best to do the right thing.
You are right. And to provide a bit more insight as to why the Shadow Sect hates me so, is it because they believe I was not born of the dark?
Why do they believe that?
Because of my own personal good nature.
Well, having people dislike you for being a good person is a good thing, I guess.
Evil?
I mean, it's evil on their part, I guess.
It's sickening.
I'd agree.
I understand that both are needed to fulfill this project and to bring hope back to the people of Elyssara, but I can't see why they contribute so. Their plot, it's obscured.
What is the end game for them? I mean, they destroy the world, doom themselves, and then what? Like, are they resigned to dying?
Shadow Sect believes firmly that Project Dawnbreak must not occur. So in order for them to make sure that it doesn't, you know the old phrase, keep your friends close, your enemies closer.
Makes sense.
They want to have first-hand experience of the building of the project. And of course, with the intricacies of the project itself, who were we to deny them?
So I don't suppose the solution to this is just to kill all of them. It sounds like they're integral to the project continuing. Are you able to finish the project yourself if, we were to have to kill the rest of them? Or do we still need the rest of the Shadow Sect?
As much as I hate them, I cannot fathom that happening. And no, I cannot. I am one man, and Project Dawnbreak is astronomically large for one person.
Yeah. Do you have allies within the Shadow Sect, or are they all against you?
I do have one contact, but technically they're not Shadow Sect. They are... He leans in. They're an insurgent.
An insurgent in the Shadow Sect?
Yes.
From where?
He looks around. I can't. Yeah, go ahead.
22. And I think Drunk will also say, it's not safe to talk anywhere. The shadows can hear us wherever. So choose your words carefully, that's fine. And also feel free to ask us anything that you want to know from us. I want us to be on the level. I want you to know that you can trust us.
Out of game, did you guys ever ask Ignatius about Leary?
I don't recall.
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did.
His name is Leary.
Leary was the guy who went missing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
I
So,
don't know exactly what happened, but I do know that the last time we conversed, he seemed scared, fearful.
Did he seem drawn to the shadow?
Yeah, how did you? Yes.
We've been investigating, and she tries to choose her words carefully, but she has to just come out and say it. We've been investigating his disappearance, I'm afraid.
I'm going with you.
Does he mean
Please.
that he's, because, Tranquility is taking him back with him right now, so does he mean going with him to investigate?
He means he wants to go with you to try and find Leary, wherever that may be.
and I think Drunk will chime in and say, look, at this point, honestly, just by being with us, I think you have more of a target on your back than you did before, and you already had one. So I think you're stuck with us, and we're stuck with you.
I'm safer with the
until-
light than the dark.
You absolutely are. We will do our best to protect you because you are a very valuable asset to trying to foil this plot. So we're with you 100%.
And what's the plan? Where to?
I think Drunk will look to Tranquility and say, I think Tranquility was suggesting that we bring you to speak with one of the leaders of the
Builders Consortium.
the builders consortium, Thalion at the docks.
Thalia needs to know that 3 different sabotage plots are coming to a head.
Yeah, we need to run this up the ranks and, at least let people know what's going on so that we can formulate a counter plan.
I do not envy that man.
Yeah.
He needs more resources. Hopefully, we can help him make the case for it. And Tranquility is looking as determined as Tranquility ever does.
Yeah. I imagine that there's probably somebody higher up than Thalion that we could be talking to, but he's our most obvious point of contact, so we could also honestly bring you to Zan and speak to Zan again as well, because he seems to be involved with the project, given he's the one distributing transportation stuff.
Tranquility clears her throat, and she says, "This is something that you might not know, perhaps being on the edge of the Shadow Sect. But do you happen to know what it is that Zan might have owed the Umbralites?"
I can't. And then you see him, after he looks down for a moment, he shifts his gaze just up the roadway.
I will roll an 8 on insight. I've been rolling low on insight this whole time.
Yeah, I rolled a 22 earlier. Did I get anything out of that? I can't remember if you gave me anything.
Yeah, it was that he was just trying to be very secretive about revealing all this information, because he firmly believes that even though you are not in the project and you're not in Aurora's Rest, you are being watched.
Yeah, and Drunk said that to him, so it's totally, we're on the level there.
Yep. And it's actually at this particular moment that he says, Do you see that?
Sorry, I didn't need persuasion.
And it's at this point that you guys look to where he's pointing, and almost amidst the darkness,
I don't see anything.
Lingering in the air.
Can I see anything with my dark vision?
One moment. You hear whispers as you look. And up in the path ahead of you, probably several hundred feet, barely noticeable through the rain and the night, stands a dark figure. Simply watching.
Drakmor is looking at it, and the rest of us are looking at it too.
Yeah, Ignatius goes pale.
I suppose
is
the
that?
Harbinger. Drunk talking to Drakmor while staring at it.
He looks to you, doesn't say a word, simply nods.
Yeah.
And you look forward, and it's not so much that it's a dark figure, it's that it's a figure surrounded in darkness. You can see tendrils of black furrowing around him.
Big drunk, just like eyes locked on the figure, is still talking to Drakmor and just gonna say, well, we were right about being watched, and also the fact that we have its attention so clearly means that we're doing something. If if we weren't a threat to its plans, it wouldn't be paying us any mind. So in some ways, I guess we can take this as a good sign.
Rockmore says, shh. And he looks towards the figure again, and this time the figure simply turns slowly and starts walking away up the hill towards Aurora's Rest.
We should
What's the
probably-
move?
I want to follow it.
Yep.
Do we just want to follow it?
We want to get to Aurora's Rest.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna try to follow it as far as I can.
You keep a somewhat decent distance behind it as it continues to walk up the hill into the tree line that's behind Aurora's Rest. Same place that you actually have your little pen pal there.
Oh,
And as you follow it, he's just walking slowly. Every once in a while, you can see the turn of his head just to make sure you're following him. And as the whispers seem to intensify, you see as the figure approaches the pocket of long dark, you can't help but shake those words from the whispers themselves. In shadows born, in shadows reborn. And the figure stops at the pocket of long dark and turns once again towards you. You see nothing but darkness. Not even the faintest bit of light that is apparent in the sky illuminates any form or figure. And steps into the pocket of long dark. Disappearing.
I hate
You
all of
see, those of you who can see inside, you see it simply traverse the veil and continue walking out of sight. And Ignatius simply just looks at you. He says, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I mean, it's not every day that some sort of aberration god of darkness just stares you down, so that's fair.
Well, it happened
with the cock.
yesterday and the day before.
The Shadow Sect, they worship Harbinger as though he was a god.
That was Harbinger.
Yeah,
If
that
I were to
sounds
guess,
bad.
I'd say so, yes.
Do you have any idea what it wants?
No. Only that I know what it needs.
And
Go
what's
on.
that life force?
Light.
Wherever Harbinger treads, death follows. We We can't follow him. We can't go in there.
We're not going in there.
Tell me you're not going in.
Of course
I
not.
want to go in so bad. Oh,
We don't have Illuminalist shards, so we definitely can't follow right now.
Besides which, one of us already went in there.
how long were you able to go in?
For like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
By the way, I did update the Solar Weave entry in the Long Dark Legend Keeper that does reflect that information, that it does fade over a short period of time.
Cool.
Okay.
I think Drunk will say to the group, well, I don't know what the point of him staring us down and then walking away was, but I suppose we should double time it and see if we can find Thalion and Zan and get them updated on what's going on.
Yes, this does not bode well given all that's happened. The plot, Harbinger,
Yeah.
a lot of people are in trouble right now.
Yeah.
And we still
Ignatius.
don't-
Sorry, go ahead.
We still don't know where to go to get the Eclypsium. We don't know where they're, well, forgive me, but lairing might be the best word.
Yeah. Drakmor, do they, do you, Tav, he's, I take it, a leader of the Shadow Sect?
They say he is the dark priest that corresponds with Harbinger. Yes. So we consider him a leader in some regard.
Got it. The member that we spoke to, interrogated, some might say tortured, let slip that he might be hoarding some Eclypsium in the Long Dark somewhere, so I think we may need to find a way to find him and this storage of Eclypsium eventually, but agreed we should talk to Thalion first before we do anything.
Hey, Deanne.
Yep. Yes.
Can I Hail Mary Tranquility ask her patron for guidance?
Oh, Lord. Roll me a D100, please.
Okie doke.
I'm completely ready with that. If Tranquility is doing that, are you doing that in some way that's like visible to other people, or are you just doing that in your head?
Tranquility sort of folds her hands and looks up and says, "Dear, ideas?"
I think Tranquility, your Tranquility. Drunk will see that and kind of like tilt his head to be, because like she hasn't explained anything to do with that, so that's something to file away for later.
Right.
Seeing that Drunk is gonna hop over and do the same thing basically with Paylor.
Okay. Roll me a D100. And for Tranquility, you just hear kind of, even amidst the rain, there's a breeze that blows past your ear that just simply says one phrase. Follow the light.
Thank you.
And Drunk, let me see here. Oh, man. Drunk, no dice.
No dice? Okay.
Pelor's busy.
Yeah, he really just doesn't want us to help him. That's fine.
New phone, who dis?
I got.
All of Drunk speaking to Paylor is just very like, help me, help you, like, but...
The other thing is, when it comes to deities such as Pelor and possibly even all deities, they like action. They don't like to hold hands. They like to see people do what they're meant to do. However, that doesn't mean that you can't find yourselves in their favor. So, we'll see what happens going forward. But Pelor is curious about you, Drunk.
Somebody else
Does-
is going to say something. Embryn, go. Oops, sorry.
Does the voice in my head tell me following that guy is a good idea? Chances are, probably he's like, yeah, you should do that.
He's going to say, seems powerful. What do you say you just go in there after him? Maybe by yourself. You can take him.
Just out and loud to everybody. Nah, that's suicide.
Again, Embryn, we need to talk about who you're talking to at some point.
Myself?
No, you're not. You can't
Yeah.
pull that on us anymore.
Yes, I can.
You can try, but it's not going to work.
And
We're
what
having
would
a
Okay.
conversation about that.
As you guys are heading into Aurora's Rest, finally, you're moving past the pocket of long dark.
Were you my dad?
And heading back in. Let me get the map here. Da-da-da-da.
Hey, DM.
Hey, you.
Quick question on the utility of cantrips. How much information can Tranquility get across with one message?
I believe you're allowed 20 words, and then the message
I think-
response is unlimited.
I think that's just sending, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that
think
might be
sounds
sending. Yeah, you're right.
The message cantrip is a little different.
Let me just take a look here.
And I think
Okay.
it just costs an action time, and you can cast, since it's a cantrip, you can cast it indefinitely and just like have a whole
Which
conversation.
finger towards range whisper message target, and only target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. You can cast a spell through solid. Okay, so it's one time. So you can say whatever you want one time, and then they can reply one time.
And then you
Okay.
can recast it because it's a cantrip, though, right?
Correct.
Okay, I will hold this thought. Okay,
Just
carry
know
on with
that
what you were doing.
just know that the components for message has verbal, somatic, and material. And those of you who are proficient with arcane stuff would probably know what Tranquility would be doing.
I have no idea what she's doing.
That's right, though.
I know everything.
So heading into Aurora's Rest once more. Where do you all go?
Larry, Tranquility is going to swing by the bar and see if Van is still there. She won't go inside. She's just looking from the door.
What time is it anyway?
It is now currently. Actually, I gotta bring up the clock. I'm pretty sure it's past midnight. Let me double check, y'all. Elyssara. It is actually 1 o'clock in the morning. So, as of right now, you look in, you don't see the big old gruff dude drinking a massive tankard.
All right, Dalian first.
Yeah.
I think Drunk's just going to say to the group, I'm a little, now that Tranquility has reminded us about the Umbralites confronting Zan about the debt, I'm a little concerned about his safety. Do we want to just poke in and see if the bartender knows where he might be?
We can't save everyone.
Sure, but we can try.
He was kind of a
Split the
dick.
party.
Zan was only being Zan.
Yeah, I liked him.
He was interested in helping us, and he agreed only when we said that we were going to help the town and convinced him of that. So we know that he has his heart in the right place.
Yeah,
One
exactly.
person or one town.
Can be both.
I think I remember him specifically asking you during that interaction if you were Umbralites.
Yeah.
And then
Drunk,
you said you were Warden, so he was like, fuck yeah, I'll help you.
with this back and forth, Drunk is just going to hold up a, like, hang on 1 minute finger to the rest of the group, barge into the inn, find the bartender, and just be like, hey, have you seen Zan?
Zan, no, he actually left about an hour ago. Probably went to bed.
Is he staying here?
No, he has his own place with a few members of his troop.
Where is his place? Would you be able to, like, describe or give me directions, I guess?
I can't say, sorry.
Can't or won't.
And I don't know where he lives
You don't know
specifically.
where he lives. Okay.
That's
Fair
not
enough.
creepy.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for your
Can
time.
I
And
insight that?
You may insight that.
Yeah, that ain't trustworthy.
Oh,
no.
boy.
Natty 1.
Hold on.
I got a
Most
7.
suckerish.
Hold on. I'm about to clutch up. Hold on. Absolutely not.
You clutched up a little bit to second gear.
Let's go. I got us one gear higher. Now someone needs to kick into third.
Hold on.
Is Tranquility
Hold on.
there?
You got this. You got
I was
this.
gonna say, if you
I
guys
need
wanted to
11.
follow me in,
Oh,
you could.
fuck.
I was just...
Oh, you
You stripped the
downshifted.
gear. You stripped the gear.
How'd you downshift the light screen?
Ignatius, do you know where Zan sleeps?
He says, no, actually, the only time I ever interacted with him was when he gave me my travel pass.
Fair enough.
Tranquility says, it was worth a try.
I'm sorry I can't be more help.
Drunk just to the bartender is going to go. You mentioned his troop, his group. What group?
His group, yes, just the people that he travels with. Usually, he has a set amount of people working under him.
Got it. Okay. What about? Have you seen Thalion?
Thalion doesn't come down here very often. He's usually up at the warehouse.
Okay, great.
Man literally never sleeps. Always working.
Yeah, I feel that.
Well, that means we can go talk to him.
All
Time to go harass Thalion.
I was going to say, Drunk's just going to thank the bartender and suggest that we go and try to find Thalion.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, question for you guys. I'm going to see what exactly was divulged. When Ignatius and Lorraine were talking about the intricacies of the project, and especially Ignatius mentioning that he believes that there's like multiple kinds of sabotages going on here. He didn't actually mention precisely what they were, but he did say one of them had something to do with the stone that's harvested to build it.
Okay.
I think that is correct. And then
Yep.
there was another thing I think that I can't quite remember. But anyways, so you go to find Thalion, and on approach to the warehouse, you see him talking to one of his subordinates, and they seem to be conversing about a shipment that just recently came in. And as you approach, he's just asking him, you sure everything was there? Absolutely everything, because this project cannot be delayed any further. And then the other guy's just acknowledging, nodding up and down. He's like, yes, sir, yes, I swear it. And as you approach, Thalion says, I gotta say, you're actually kind of starting to be a bit of a thorn in my side.
Us?
He's talking
What do you... I swear, there's nothing else I can do to help you. What is it you need now?
Which sabotage would you care to know about first, good sir?
I think we're about to be upgraded from thorn in the side to pain in the ass.
He says, What are you talking about? Sabotage?
We have reason to believe that the materials being transported to the project are being sabotaged. We also have reason to believe that some of your workers are working to covertly and not so covertly drag this good gentleman to their side to turn against the project. We also have reason to believe that the town is in danger.
He's just speechless, like blinking a couple times. He's like, well, that was a mouthful.
I'm just going to chime in and go, ask us how we know.
Oh, by the way, Harbinger was nearby a while ago.
Oh, that is true. We did happen to see Harbinger. He was outside the town.
He's here. What?
Yes.
Harbinger's here.
Well, a figure that our witness claims to be Harbinger was here. I can verify that he walked directly into the long dark.
Hey, Thalion, ask us how we know all this.
He squints at you almost like, just tell me.
4, 5 Umbralites attacked us and tried to kill us, and we killed 2 of them and interrogated the other 2.
Interrogated's putting it politely.
We tortured one of them.
Tranquility is glaring, but Tranquility glares more.
I just broke his arm.
Tranquility is still glaring.
I only simply broke a very hard bone.
He's a joint, technically.
Tranquility says, we also received word from a helpful witness which we have brought to you for his own protection, sir. He is being harassed and forced to turn against the project. We hope to prevent this coercion. And she doesn't drag Ignatius forward, but there's a sort of impatient flick of her hand, like, come on.
He's like, sorry, sir. Good to meet you, Ignatius. He's like, I know who you are. He very slowly reaches out to shake his hand. Pleasure.
He is
right.
the only Umbralite that we can verify is not one of the Umbralites because they are being very persistent in convincing him to join.
So what you're telling me, if I can recap what you just mentioned, is that the project is being sabotaged, Harbinger is here, and now I'm a babysitter.
And
No,
don't forget
we're the
about the town.
babysitters.
Don't
Like a
forget about
bodyguard.
Don't forget about the town being in danger. Tranquility is raising her voice and then drops it again.
He says, shh, 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 hey, be quiet with that sort of thing. Do you want to cause a panic?
Maybe.
We need,
Kind of.
and she's not snapping her fingers at you guys, but she is like trying to avoid raising her voice. We need to protect the water supply. The plan is to put Eclypsium in the water, thereby infecting the people with the plane-touched condition. We want to prevent that, but obviously, she raises her hands to indicate how many wardens are present and then drops them again because one of us isn't a warden.
Right. He says, Madam, I can assure you the water supply is under protection. Good protection. You have my word on that.
It
also-
honestly, go ahead.
Sorry. It also needs to be protected by light because we don't know it would destroy Eclypsium, but surely the presence of a luminolith shard would cause it to be visible in some way.
You're not wrong in that, no.
All right. Well, my suggestion would be to put as many luminolith shards as you could spare into the water supply to protect it. Also, we have managed to impress upon Bert, is it? The wisdom of acquiring a backup supply of water should you need it.
Seems part of my work is already done with you few here.
Well, as a local merchant, he does have contacts and a secure store, and both of those struck me as necessary parts.
So, well then. Consider it done. I'll make sure that the proper mechanisms are in motion.
Her shoulders relax a bit.
And I do want to thank all of you for bringing this information to me because not everyone would. They risk far too much in doing so. But you are wardens, so who am I to deny that sort of courage?
They've
Tranquility
already tried to
glints.
assassinate us once.
Tranquility glances at Emberin.
Yeah, they declared war on us first.
And Ignatius just simply says, but I didn't really... I didn't do anything. And
You
then
resisted.
Thalion says, oh, you've done more than I think you know.
Tranquility says, the strength to resist coercion is a powerful strength, often underrated.
Thalion says, all you need to really do is find the light. Focus on the light within you, and the dark can never touch you.
Is he
Heed these
talking
words.
to...
He's talking about, well, to all of you.
I think Drunk's going to chime in and say, like, all right, so you're going to take care of protecting the water supply with luminolith shards, right? That's what you said you would do?
I do have a supply that I can use, yes. And if the barrels of water, at least as far as I know, are being used for the celebration upcoming, then I know which ones they are, and they will be set aside.
Okay. We also have learned that the Shadow Sect, the Umbralites, and their masters, I suppose, are capable of...
He says, wait,
essentially-
sorry, stop. You said Shadow Sect.
I think Drunk is going to just kind of like head nod towards Drakmar. Yeah, I did.
He says, the ones that caused the eclipse?
Yep.
The first one?
Yep.
Let's
And
go
I
with
would
that.
imagine...
Tranquility is looking confused because the first eclipse was a while ago, and she is like, with her human lifespan, she's sort of out of her depth right now.
You don't know the history?
DM, do I know the history?
Roll me a history. Everyone can roll me a history.
Have a 12.
Let's roll a fame.
This is
Oh my
pretty
God.
widely known knowledge, by the way. So even if you get relatively low, it's yeah.
Once again, the newcomer outshines all of you.
Okay, Finn. Despite all of the ridiculous amounts of books you've stuck your nose in all your life, you have not heard of the first eclipse and who caused it. Well, you've heard of the first eclipse, but not who caused it.
Wow, I'm just dense.
Tranquility, Sylvand, and Zigbist. Historical accounts absolutely tie the first eclipse and its occurrence with a very esoteric organization known as the Shadow Sect. Supposedly had disappeared after the first eclipse was eliminated. It went away. You're not sure how or why, but it eventually just ended. And so did their presence. It seems they kind of dropped off the face of the earth for a while.
The more I learn about these people, the more I wonder why are they involved in anything.
But anyways, that's really about all you know from historical accounts, because the very nature of the Shadow Sect has been kept heavily guarded. The secret of it, that is. And anybody that presumably would know anything about the Shadow Sect is probably feeding you a line of bullshit. Unless they're like some sort of historian or a scholar of some kind.
Interesting.
But the only notable scholars and historians that you would even want to spend the time talking to are all located in Talendor, which is far to the south.
I think Drunk's just going to kind of blow past his astonishment at the name because Drunk doesn't really give a shit. And it's kind of like, yeah, but look, my point is they're capable of teleporting, essentially, through any shadow, not just long dark. So regardless of how well locked down and secured these barrels are, you think these barrels are, they may be capable of getting to them. So, again, the luminous shards in the water is a pretty good idea on Tranquility's part. I agree wholeheartedly with that. And I think you should treat it very literally.
He says, I do agree. Actually, that does make a lot of sense, in my opinion.
And then beyond that, there are still other plots that we don't have a full grasp on. Honestly, is there someone else higher up in the ranks of the project beyond you that we could be talking to about all this?
Off the top of my head, what is his name? They bring in new experts, quote unquote. He kind of air quotes as he says that all the time. So really, the roster is changing constantly. I can't keep up with it myself. I'm sorry. What is his name?
Got it. That's fine. My point is just that I think we need all of the leadership of the project to be well aware that this plot is underway.
You need more resources, good sir, and whatever we can do to assist with that, we will.
Well, really, all the resources that we could possibly need are already being shipped in, and we have all the help we need. I don't think you could be useful really anywhere other than your official duties.
The work site appears to be under constant magical surveillance by, well, the Umbralites, or perhaps the Shadow Sect, for be a more proper way to put it. The workers that we spoke to were in fear of this surveillance. If there is this kind of watch being kept place under your nose, what else might be happening? I think that you should have more magical assistance.
What do you suggest? Should I go to, I don't know, say the Sunlit Isles and walk in and say, hey, do you have any magical adepts that I can use to possibly throw at a failing situation?
Are you trying to be sassy right now?
I'm simply saying that if there were any more people that wanted to participate, unless they are forced to do so, they will not.
If you have already explored all options, then I can say nothing further. But if we could impress the urgency of this situation on the council, if we could do anything to augment your cause, we would.
Short of the council coming out here themselves to help, instead of sitting in their high horses, in their throne chairs, then maybe not. I don't believe there really is any other resource I can harvest to make sure this project continues smoothly. In fact, it's already strained as it is.
It's about to be a lot more strained if we don't do something else.
That's precisely why I am getting a bit worried about this whole situation.
Exactly. We're on the same side here. We're just trying to figure out what needs to be done.
I will take care of the... Go ahead.
Is there any way to procure lisps for us from here?
Roll me a persuasion check, or a charisma if you don't have persuasion.
I want to give a...
Someone else
You
should be
get,
making
yeah, I was
this
going to say,
roll.
you guys can definitely all attempt to help out here.
I was going to say, because this is... Yeah. This is not the role we want drunk making. There we
Hey,
go.
tranquility with
I'm
the charisma.
There we go, yeah.
I will help Tranquility.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Eli
FYI,
Warlock.
those of you who are not too familiar with Roll20, the little gray parentheses number next to your persuasion is your bonus, your little bonus stat that comes along with your score. So for Tranquility, her charisma is 20, so she gets the 5.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, no, my charisma, I have proficiency.
Oh, right. Okay, so
Yeah.
your charisma is 18 then?
My charisma is 16, but I have persuasion.
Oh, okay, right.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
Cool.
so it adds up.
oh, okay, I see that now. Persuasion.
So I'm going to become a heck of a lot more persuasive as I level up, but that is not today.
Nice.
Okay.
Or is it? Is it?
We're gonna see here.
Drunk's just going to add, after asking about procuring lisps, and just say, like, we have reason to believe that the Eclypsium that they're planning to use to sabotage the water is being stored in the Long Dark. So we need a way to traverse the Long Dark to find it and take it. So we need luminous shards.
He looks to you, and with kind of like a drop in his eyebrows, a little bit of a squint, pursed lips, he says, "Okay, I will help you. But how much gold you got?
Are you fucking kidding me right now, buddy?
It is illegal. You understand.
You know
I
what
cannot
else is-
simply just give you lisps. If anyone outside this place knew that I gave out a lisp unauthorized, they would have my head. You understand?"
How much is it?
The rest of you are going to see Drunk getting fucking heated.
I'm
just
down, Drunk.
FYI.
How about we
Yeah, I
play
was
a
gonna
game
say,
of
somebody's
dice
going to
for
want to
it?
hold him back, I think.
A game of dice.
A Drunk is at least going to throw in, like, you realize that you are basically blackmailing us against the lives of the entire town, including your life. We are trying to save your life. And you are
It's all an
asking us
aspect
to
of the game.
fucking pay you for that?
Stop
I
being
just
an
wanna be clear.
idealist.
Do you want a lisp or not?
We do.
Tranquility says,
I do not have it. He interrupts everybody. He says, "I do not have the time to argue about this. Do you want it or not?"
How much is it? How
50.
much is it?
Tranquility puts out 30 gold without hesitation.
I will.
Wait,
I'll,
it's for
I'll,
the group?
I'll pay the other.
I'll throw in a
Platinum.
Okay.
I got.
50 platinum pieces?
Yes.
You said gold.
I did not say gold.
DM, point of fact, he did say gold.
No, he did not. He said 50.
No, he said when...
He said 50.
He said 50. Drunk is going to look at the rest of the group and go, can I fucking kill him?
No.
No.
Or
He holds his
can I
arms out.
hurt him?
In sort of like a wingspan kind of thing, he says, "Please, by all means, and you will doom the project yourself."
Ember's just leaning at the back, arms crossed, just skeptically looking and kind of laughing to himself.
What? You think you're the only people in this land that can actually demand something?
Look, buddy, we don't have 50 platinum. If you don't help us, everyone's gonna die, including you. So
I told you
guess
I
we
would
walk
help you
away.
with the water. I told you I'd help you with the water, but I will do this. How about this? I will give you a lisp right now with the shard if you do something for me.
What's that?
Do you know Alondra?
Yeah, Windsong? Sure.
Vaguely.
She's the captain of the ship that we came in on.
We have someone who is a bit of an expert on her.
I want you to deliver a message for me.
Drunk takes a deep sigh and says, "Go on."
Oh, I'm not going to give you the message. Here. He reaches into his coat pocket and procures a letter with a seal, a wax seal, red with his family's symbol on it. Make sure she receives that.
Nothing's gonna pop out when she opens that, is there? Because she might open it around us.
Oh no, nothing's going to pop out. Maybe a
I
blood
test.
vessel from her forehead, but not anything dangerous.
Alright.
I think Drunk's gonna just, like, rip the letter out of his hand and go, "Alright, the lisp and the shard, let's go."
Follow me. With a smile on his face.
Fuck this guy. And Drunk says to the rest of the group, at full volume so that he can hear.
You do
Drunk is
realize that I
emotional.
love getting this rise out of you.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I want you to
love having
understand.
this rise out of me. This is fun. This is good. This is
You're a bit emotional. How about you let me... I'll hold on to that letter. In fact, let Emberin hold on to the letter. I'm sure he has the best
Emberin?
chance of... Yes.
His,
Emberin.
his fire doesn't burn, so...
I'm sure Emberin has the best chance of delivering a letter.
Oh, to
Oh
Windsong.
yeah, to win song. Hey, yeah, buddy.
I see the point. Okay.
Yeah.
You look at Embrim drunk, and he has this look like, hey, I could have got the other guy and gotten us in this situation a lot faster.
Gotten the other guy?
You know what I mean?
Very well.
The other guy.
Excuse me. So you follow him inside.
My other guy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, let's... so you follow him inside the warehouse. And inside the warehouse, there's a ton of all these different crates and barrels and other pallets with different materials. You see a lot of stone. You see a lot of, cloth and building material. There's bits of sort of this dust-like material that you feel is probably some kind of mortar that you just simply add water to. And then at the back of the warehouse, you see that there's a special section kind of sequestered off from the rest. And inside is a storeroom. Opens the door, leads you all in. And immediately you see that there is a wooden chest that is in the corner of the room, sitting next to a desk with a bunch of papers on it. There's a ever luminous lamp. It looks like it's magically lit that is on the desk. You can see there's just a number of bundles of papers there, but they're all neatly stacked and organized and almost OCD kind of a way. And he goes over to the desk and he opens up a folder, it looks like, and he pulls out a... What the hell's going on?
I just
You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, I just
Yes.
got a
Yeah.
server interruption message in Roll20 though.
Yep. So he
Go ahead.
Same, yeah.
he reaches in and pulls out a piece of parchment. Zigbist,
Yes.
Arcana check, please, and Tranquility if you'd like as well.
Did that show up?
I'm just getting a black screen
no.
now. I can't even do anything.
Shit.
I
Let me
rolled a
try and-
22. Does that help?
I rolled an 8.
What was yours, Tranquility?
22.
Okay.
What are we rolling? Insight?
Arcana.
No, Arcana. What the
Arcana,
hell?
okay.
Roll
Nothing
20.
to do with me.
Yeah, like it's just sitting on a black screen for me right now. It's saying it's loading, but it's not doing anything. It's
Maybe it
very
crashed.
slow. I just got the chat.
Oh, it's
pop
You
up.
guys just
Oh,
popped
here it
back
comes.
up.
Yeah, I just got up. There we go. That's
I'm alive.
We are opening planar transport. Getting sucked in.
At least I got fast recovery time.
right.
While we are here, is there a luminous shard around?
That's the thing. When you peer over to the chest, you see just this faintest bit of light peeking through like small little gaps, like little bends in the iron that construct the frame of the chest.
Tranquility is going to, in a mostly like fashion possible, sit down on the floor with her paper in the path of the luminous shard, and she is going to write on it the alchemist's name, and then she is going to write beneath that alchemist, and then knows about the sabotage, and then she'll fold it up and hand it to what's his face without saying anything.
Alien. Okay.
Yep.
So as he turns back around with a piece of parchment in his hand, he looks at your note, and he kind of squints a little bit and nods.
She nods back and then steps back.
He walks over to all of you, and this official-looking document that he hands to you. Zigbist, sorry, you thought you detected the faintest bit of arcane energies coming from this page. But Tranquility, you recognize that this is a magically altered document that basically is indestructible. There are magics surrounding it that will prevent its destruction.
Does
And-
Tranquility have a new shield?
There is no. There is a well. It would be really funny if you used it for that, though. Oh my god!
Just like
hold
an
up the page.
8.5 by 11 piece of printer paper, and you're just like blocking sword attacks with it.
It's indestructible, so thank you.
So you notice that there's a line on the page that is blank, and he simply says, "All you got to do is sign your name." What should you call yourselves?
Oh, the whole group? The slip is good for the whole group?
Yes. As long as one of you are in possession of it, you can consider your group to be under its protection.
I have no idea what we're going to call ourselves. That's
Right,
that's,
Steve.
Actually, you know what? Let's do this. One person. I want you guys to nominate one person in the group that you think should be the owner of this list.
I'll take it.
Out of
one.
Tranquility.
yeah, I think Drunk would probably vote for Tranquility too. Out of character, I just want to suggest Drunk only because it would be funny, because none of you have seen him write his name before, so there would be the first time that everyone realized that he's been spelling it that way. But not actually, it shouldn't actually be Drunk. So Drunk in character is going to say, oh yeah, it might as well be Tranquility.
Yeah, I was going to say, DM to players, there are still many things you do not know about what possessing a shard actually means. And there's even some things that people who do have one don't know. So I would hope that you guys would choose wisely who you place this in the hands of.
Do we have any reason to think that like do we want someone with a good constitution or a good arcana or like
I can't tell you that. I can't tell you anything. You need to decide.
Can we like insight roll for it?
Nope.
No?
It is
Okay.
not an incitable roll.
And this is just to do what again exactly?
Just
This is to
bear
determine
the
who is
luminous
going
shard.
to, who's
to
going
sign
to
it?
carry the shard. Yep.
Or we could decide on a team name.
You know what? Let me carry it.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll carry it.
I'm fine with whatever.
You gotta sneak off with it.
At least I'll be able to escape easily, though.
I want to name ourselves the Ziggaroos.
The cigarette.
Chaos Swarm.
Windsong Smashers.
Yeah, I like that
Man.
one.
Oh man. Now we're getting off the path.
The school
What are you
field.
talking about? That's totally
One person.
All right, so we've had a couple people suggest that Tranquility take it. Tranquility, would you be willing to take it?
Tranquility would want to use it to protect the group, so yeah, sounds good to her.
And Sylvan also suggested taking it.
But, I mean,
I also suggest
Briar's
to take
probably
it.
going to have better intentions than I would.
Drunk will say to the group, like, I'm happy to take it if you guys want me to. I did hold
I'm
on
not
to that
ready for you to
one.
take it at all.
Okay, that's fine. Like, Drunk explaining, I'm speaking this. Drunk doesn't want the shard, but just wanted to point out that I did carry one for 12 hours or 24 hours on the ship, and nothing bad happened, but happy for whoever to take it.
Well, you're not exactly good to begin with. You can't break the broken.
Tranquility will sign her name before this gets any more personal
All right.
because she doesn't want us to fight.
All right, then Tranquility, you grab the quill that Thalion was presenting, and you sign your name. You see these little sparkles shoot off of the tip of the quill. Certainly a magical, we'll call it a agreement, has been made. And he says, congratulations, and he goes over to the chest, opens it up. You see this big radiant shine of bright light kind of shoot out as like Zelda, fucking stuff like that. Pulls out a shard. It's probably the size of your fist. Shard received.
And Drunk's gonna say, what, just one for the 7 of us?
Yes.
I
What do you think
they're
these
the
things
only
grow
ones.
on trees?
I was hoping you could do a little bit better for the safety of the world being at
I
stake,
need
but fine.
them to save the water. Wasn't this part of the agreement? I'm confused.
Tranquility will say, we'll come back if we turn out to need more to get far enough into the long dark to carry out our plan.
Drunk thinks with his heart, not his head.
By the way, DM to players, the fact that you even have one right now is asinine.
They're that hard to come by.
It's not that they're hard to come by. It's that the regulations behind them, the red tape, is insane. You guys
That's the
found a
letter.
loophole. You found the loophole that I had placed.
All right.
Okay, so Drunk's gonna say, like, all right, so we got the letter. We'll give that to Windsong next time we see her. We have the shard. Are we done here?
Sure. And as far as the whole interaction with Winsong, I would suspect that you probably won't want to be within 50 feet of her when she reads it. So
Oh, something's gonna jump out.
that's not going to happen. Like I said, I know her a bit more than I think you do, and she has a bit of a temper, that one.
Cool.
Can you
so we're
confirm,
done here?
Membran?
She's pretty fiery.
Yeah.
Can I make an insight check
What are you inciting, may I ask?
to see if he enjoys it? Pissing
Thalion?
off
Oh, ooh, yeah, go ahead.
Just
Okay, I thought you were gonna say when you said he enjoys, like, wait a minute. You don't need to worry about what I enjoy.
fuck.
All things considered, he does seem to be maybe getting a little bit of enjoyment out of it. But this also seems more personal than what you're...
Thinking it is.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right. Tranquility is now focused on trying to wrest the Eclypsium from the jaws of evil, or words to that effect. So she is going to be, yes, she is now shifting her focus more towards the door.
Okay, where do you put your shard? Just so I know, where do you put your shard?
Let's see. So it is lit up like the noonday sun.
It's it's pretty decently bright. It's about the equivalence of the lampposts outside.
May I suggest the bag?
I think that she will double up her hood, wrap the shard in a piece of cloth, and then tuck her hood discreetly inside her neckline so that she's carrying it more on her chest.
Okay.
That way she has hands free, but she always knows exactly where it is.
I think
All right.
he just got cut off, but he mentioned the bag.
Right. The bag of Holden.
This works too.
Yeah, she can put it in the bag later, but for now she just wants it, like, because we're headed over to the Long Dark now. And she glances at our person that we just ran off from the work site with. I presume that we are still... What?
Ignatius, yeah.
Yeah, I presume that we are still stuck with him because Thalion refused to be babysitter, which is... I mean, Thalion has the opportunity to get first-hand knowledge here, so Tranquility is surprised he doesn't want to follow up on that.
Correct. No, yeah. I mean, Thalion was under the impression that he was looking after Ignatius, but obviously that's not the case, and he was mistaken. So,
Okay. If he is willing to interview Ignatius about what he knows and gather more of a sense of what the Umbralites are up to, then Tranquility will leave them to talk it out, and we can go and poke the dark.
Wait, I thought we were bringing him with.
No, Ignatius is totally coming with you.
Okay.
If his friend Leary's in trouble, he's going.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we identify which pocket Leary most likely wandered into?
No, but that can totally be investigated if you wish.
Okay. Tranquility will ask if he knows which pocket is most likely that Larry wandered into.
Well, if I had to guess, maybe the one close by the camp near the project. That is the biggest one.
The one we saw him.
The
near.
ones that Ember and Sylvan thought
And
would
the Harbinger.
be interesting to go visit. Yeah.
Hey, do we need to go straight there, or do we want to like just rest for the fucking night before we start charging in somewhere?
Yeah, it's like 2 a.m. or something now, right?
It is 2 a.m. Yep, pretty much.
It's time for sleep.
He's like, I'm fucking tired. Just,
You should probably stay with us tonight, right? Or maybe
Yeah,
we should stay
I
with
think we
him.
don't
Yes,
leave
we will.
let Drakmor out of our sight.
We will fit another person into our tiny room. This will be great.
If he has a
Ignatius.
house, maybe
We are tiny people.
Right.
stay
So-
with him.
We're still in the warehouse with Thalion, right?
Correct, yeah.
All right, and so we're having this whole conversation, and it sounds like Drunk is going to stay to the group, so we're heading out. We're going to go over to the inn and sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Drunk is going to turn and look at Thalion and slug him in the gut with a closed fist.
No.
Wow. Okay, I like it.
100%.
Jesus Christ.
Drunk, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
No, I like it. Okay. All right. So he wasn't
what I mean.
expecting that.
This is what I mean by you're too emotional.
Are you
I
going
don't
with?
give a shit what you think.
Are you going with subdual damage?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. Just punching him in the gut. Like I'm not even like full force. Like just punching him in the gut.
He just goes.
And then Drunk is going to just like and just spit right on the top of his head as he's doubled over and go, "Fuck
Wow,
you, buddy."
Jesus Christ! You got some anger in you.
Yeah. And go, "Thanks for the shard." And then go, "All right, let's go."
Wow.
Drunk, no one
At his pocket hanky and just, like put it on top of his head.
nobody is going to help us if you hit everyone who helps us.
And then I'm just gonna apologize and say,
Does anybody have like
Yeah.
any medicine? Like Zygnus is legitimately like worried.
He's fine.
Like medicine or
He dies of internal bleeding the next day.
It wasn't even full
Damn it.
force. It was just in the gut.
I'm just kidding. Oh, okay. Coming in with the healing word. Okay, so yeah, it's like, I'm sorry.
Tranquility won't even say anything. She's just going to flick her fingers and healing word him and sweep out the door, taking along the Umbralite with him because this is clearly no place for a lady.
He just goes, I'm okay now. No, he doesn't say that. He's just like, good shot.
More where that comes from, came from.
Those I
if you
deserve
continue
it.
to be a fucking asshole. Just think first. Peace.
Oh man, if only you knew how much you would eat those words.
Alright. I'm just gonna, finish wiping up the spit. I'm just gonna take my pocket hanky. I'm gonna be like, okay, well, I'm leaving. Goodbye. And I, awkwardly just make eye contact the entire way until I'm, out of view enough to turn.
Still clutching his stomach for a moment or two, and then he straightens up after Tranquility healed him, and he understands to a degree why you did that, but he also doesn't like getting punched. So, yeah, good.
I suppose we could add the Builders Consortium to our list of enemies who want us dead.
Nah.
After leaving, you step, unfortunately, back outside into the lovely rain. And the wind is kind of picking up off the sea a bit. And there's almost this strange kind of pall that's fallen over everybody. It's like the dark itself is this really cold blanket that's oppressive. And you head down the road towards the harbor view. And you're conversing with each other for a few moments about what just happened. But
Drunk's in the
as
middle
you
saying,
all...
I'm just saying, he deserved it. He knew he had it coming.
Pat Drunk on the back and just say, nice shot.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
This is reinforcing my view that you should not possess the Luminolith shard.
Heading down the strip of waterway, you are kind of contemplating the night's events. And it's at this moment that you all stare forward towards the Harborview Inn, but a figure stands in the middle of your path.
Oh, goddammit, I just want to go to bed!
A dark figure. Tendrils of black seeping off of them.
Big Biss is gonna yell, Harbinger! I'm not in the fucking mood!
I think Finn is quickly gonna put down his coat that he's been holding over Embrin. And
Oh, you bitch.
Did you not see that? Yeah.
No.
It was pretty funny.
he's
It was a
gonna
good
put
joke.
his coat onto the floor and get his axe ready just in case.
Yeah, I think Drunk is standing in between Embrin and Finn with a hand on each, like readying an action to cast Bless.
Aren't you tall, dark, and mysterious?
There is nothing really apparent, that is, until the whispers start again. They seem to be coming on the wind itself, from the ocean, from the rooftops, from the rain. Everything at once. In shadows born, in shadows reborn.
I'm just gonna turn to Drunk and ask him if he wants to punch anything else tonight.
Drunk is gonna crack his knuckles and go, it might come to that.
The figure turns and begins to walk away.
Which way is he heading?
Here's the problem, though. He's walking directly past luminolith shards in their lampposts.
That's not good.
No.
He's immune.
He
Is he walking
seems to
towards or
be.
away?
Well, see, the thing is this: all of you roll me perception checks, please.
I'm so
So
perceptive.
good at those.
You got a 19.
Okay.
I'm so perceptive.
Oh, look at that.
Finn, Drunk, and Sylvan, you notice that, believe it or not, that you don't know why, but this is very apparent. As he walks past each lamppost with a luminolith shard in it, his very being becomes darker. As
Almost like
if
it's a shield.
more like... You ever heard the phrase, the shadows are darkest when the sun is highest in the sky?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
It seems that he, whatever he is, has become the absolute antithesis to the light. And despite the light even being there, he can surpass it.
So
He
it's pure
is
darkness.
he is its counterbalance. Yes. It seems.
Jesus Christ.
Wait,
That's
don't
not
they
good.
have names?
Sorry?
Don't they have names, the two elements? Or
The
am I
umbral and the luminar.
Sorry, be right back.
Okay. I thought that there were two beings, or no, that maybe those are suspected that there were two beings that were the
So-
Dark Knight.
Gods?
Yeah.
So, okay, go ahead and roll me a religion check.
Nope.
Why am I good at religion? Apparently not good enough.
God.
Jeez, guys. Roll me a religion check, please, Briar.
Okie doke.
Oh my god,
Ooh,
nat 20.
nice.
With a
I don't know.
-1,
Oh, I know things.
you know things.
This
Oh
never
my
happened before.
Okay, so Embrin, believe it or not, from your past, you remember some things about Pelor.
Oh, that tracks actually. Yeah, for his background.
So Pelor, though he is acclaimed to be the god of the sun, you only know this to be the case because he is a being from a former past, like something that was here long ago, and he just so happened to maybe transcend or become something more. But you know for a fact that hearkening all the way back to the beginning of everything, it was the Luminar and the Umbral that started it all. And if someone found their purest light and transcended, Pelor was one of them.
Fuck! It's his polar. It's his polar opposite.
So where is he going?
Ooh.
He's walking down the strip of rocky walkway towards the inn, kind of where you're heading.
It's not great. I think Drunk's gonna say to the group, I don't know if we're quite ready to fight a god. Maybe we should try to play this one cautious.
I mean, he doesn't seem to want to fight. He had plenty of opportunities to off us.
Yeah.
Because he knows he'd win.
If we're... Yeah, Drunk is gonna nod at that. If we're gonna follow, I think Drunk's gonna, like, not like at full volume, but just kind of call ahead, like, what do you want?
You don't get a response, and the figure continues to walk away from you.
As we're standing here, Zigbist is going to say, so your gods can just walk among you like normal?
Not
Ignatius
traditionally.
says-
Where you're from?
Ignatius is fucking terrified right now. You look over at him and he's pale in the face. The water has kind of drenched his hair and it's all dripping down over him, and he just looks pale, and there's a little bit of bags under his eyes, and he just doesn't look great. He just simply says, "No."
Drunk's gonna put a hand on his shoulder and say, "It's all right, buddy. I feel you, but we got you. Just stick with us."
The gods do not walk among us. They chose not to long ago when they shattered the gods' walk. This is something else.
Tranquility has grabbed onto Thimblebock's sleeve, sort of, without realizing it, but she also reaches out and grabs onto Ignatius's hand and says, "We have to go." And she will keep following.
We're following after it?
We were headed that way, and we have to see what he's going to do.
Okay. I just wanted to be clear that's what we're doing, because I absolutely agree.
Oh no, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, don't fucking say that.
Dark.
Too late.
that entire exchange in character, you saying, "What's the worst that can happen?" and Drunk going, "Well, don't fucking say that."
Yeah, they're late now.
Alright, let's go.
Alrighty.
While we're
Sounds
walking,
good.
I'm gonna try to communicate with it and see if it can, like, flicker on and off, or, like, intensify its darkness or not, or whatever. And I'm just gonna be like, "Were you the one that we were talking to in that patch?"
Every time it passes by a shard, it just gets darkest. And then once it goes back into the dark, it's almost as if it's just a mere shadow. And then throughout all of this, whatever it is, they're ignoring you.
Do you think it speaks common?
I was kind of hoping it would, so I wouldn't have to do much more work.
You're welcome to try addressing it in something else.
Message. They'd understand. Does message allow anyone to understand what's said?
It says point to a creature. No joke, it says point to a creature in the spell.
I mean, I got an idea.
I'm not going to deny it. That's what the spell says.
Tranquility.
Yes?
Do you want to get the message back is the question.
I was about to say, like, do you want to talk to, like, something, and, like, are you willing to risk your sanity?
If the message is important enough, then I will say anything, but is it important enough?
What? Are you saying that to him?
If he is speaking in character, so am I. If we're speaking out of character, then yeah.
Seeing that we're, like, just trying to, like, mess with this thing, I don't think we need to communicate with it.
I'll tell you what. It would be really cool if you tried to, only because I didn't actually kind of think of that. I didn't compensate for that.
Hear the words of a god inside your head and die.
I got an idea.
What's your idea?
Embren's gonna call out and start speaking abyssal to it. Don't ask why I know it's abyssal. It's not important.
So it turns around and you see him raise a hand. And as you're speaking to him in abyssal, he puts a single index finger up to his mouth. And it's at this moment, Drunk, it's like a brick, like a ton of bricks hits you. sky, she mentioned that there was someone shushing her
Yeah.
in the long
See.
dark.
Yeah. The council had suspected that the figure was the Harbinger, so it makes sense that this is the same guy, I take it. Drunk will just explain that to the group. The girl that saw before the eclipse, the girl that saw the figure in the shadow described him as holding up a finger to shush her.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something real quick here that I will reveal. Give me a moment. Where is he? There he is. This is basically what you see. One moment. Okay, sorry. This is basically what you see.
Oh, God.
He doesn't look very friendly.
Nope.
He looks
My mic
friendly.
was muted, and I said, he looks friendly, and then you said, well, he doesn't look very friendly.
He looks friendly. I've seen worse.
Shake your hand.
I would shake his hand.
That's not.
Sylvan really just wants the guy's cloak. Thinks it's pretty cool.
It is a cool cloak, I will give you that.
While we're following, I'm just gonna turn to the group and I'm gonna ask. So, are we gonna follow it for fun? Because I suspect this is how he lured everyone else to their death.
Can we just go to bed?
Yeah, I would say you guys could probably fucking do that.
Yeah, this thing, it's probably just going to walk back to its patch again.
Right.
Tranquility would like to follow to see if it is actually going back to bed for itself.
It, so you know that there's no long dark around here because of the luminous shards, so you would actually notice that it starts walking towards the exit of Aurora's Rest. It's up to you. You guys, I personally, if I was playing, I'd fucking go to bed. I'm not touching that shit with a 10-foot pole.
How are we doing on
Nice.
spells and such?
I've got
Well-
like,
Health.
pretty
Tranquility
decent.
used her healing word, so that's a spell slot down.
Yeah, and what about the fight before that? I think I spent a spell on Bless, too, so I only have one.
Oh, that's true. I
think-
used a Bane. I've got 2.
I think the question is, if we follow this thing, are we actually going to do anything if we find
Yeah.
something?
No, I think we should see where it goes, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Right.
Let's push this a bit further.
Yeah,
You do notice that as you continue to follow it, it's very strange. Okay, so this is mid-shift change. So there are people coming in and out. He's walking by them, and they don't notice a damn thing.
Huh.
They're just walking along as if they're getting ready to have that drink at the inn and, have a little bit of merriment, maybe get a little drunk.
If he
And
touching any
he's-
of them,
He seems to be kind of moving through them.
okay, that's what I was checking for.
Sometimes he'll touch and move through them, but otherwise he's kind of avoiding them, walking as though he were corporeal.
And nobody seems affected at all when they brush against him or he passes
Nope.
through them.
Nope. I mean, other than the, use... Ooh. Actually, perception check, please. All of you.
Let's go.
Yeah.
320, hell yeah.
With the 20, Finn, everyone else doesn't fucking notice this at all. Because you guys are too fixated on him. Finn, you notice that the people he does touch, kind of just like they bring their arms up and fold them across their chest, and they almost look like they're shivering.
I kind of mentioned to the group, it looks like every time he passes through someone, they instinctively get cold.
Could be a lot worse, I guess.
For now, as you continue to pass through the town, I will move everyone's tokens, and you get towards the exit. Passes through the gates.
I wonder if it was some shit like they experienced being fey touched or felt. What's it called?
It's called Plane Touched.
Plane touched.
Losing a bit of light.
Here's the thing. If there's a dark plane, maybe you can be plane touched by the light.
Maybe that's what the Luminilla shard is. A giant shard that was...
Eclypsium, Luminolith shard.
As we reach the gate, I think Tranquility is going to stop, but she will raise her voice and ask in Celestial, are you asking us to follow you?
Let me roll something here. Ooh. Okay. Turns briefly while also continuing to almost float backward. And all he does is bring his index finger up to his mouth.
Tranquility says, that's it, we're going to bed, and turns away.
Can I make a perception check to see if it has any markings on its hands?
I'm heading with Tranquility.
Okay, I will allow that perception check, and then I would assume everyone's going back with Tranquility.
Indeed.
Let me do this.
It does seem to be leading you towards the patch of long dark that's outside the town.
I wanna bite.
You're gonna bite.
I wanna
You'll be
bite.
right. I'll be in bed.
Oh man.
I mean,
I
I'll
ain't
do it in
no-
the morning.
I'll do it.
Here's the thing. You're gonna need that shard.
The Chaos Swarm.
Tranquility
You're gonna
wants to
need
go,
the
go,
shard.
and I have a feeling she's probably not going to willingly use the shard at this point.
Yeah, we can't.
Tranquility will happily hop into the long dark questing for Eclypsium, but you won't hop into the long dark on the tail of a long dark god questing for Eclypsium.
Right.
That's like too many for degrees of death.
With
More
the
tired.
slots and yeah.
Yep. I mean, you guys have total autonomy here. You do as you need to do. I am simply laying the carpet out for you just in case you want to take that path.
I'm doing as I want to do. I am heading towards my feathery bed.
I'm gonna go at least watch what it does. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna go in, but
It will go into the long dark pocket, kind of looking at you as it does so. And once again, Ember, and if you were to watch, you would see it simply walk off frame into this other place.
That's with my devil's sight.
Yeah.
I think with everybody else trying to speak to it in fun languages, Drunk is going to try undercommon and just say, "We'll be back tomorrow. We'll follow you later."
So nonchalant. It's like, hey, I know you're probably the
Just wanted to let him
BBG,
know
but we're
that we get the
just
idea.
gonna go to bed.
Yeah. We'll be back later. It's all good. We're not ignoring you. All in
All right.
undercommon. Drunk is just conversationally.
All these weird things.
When it goes through, Finn, just look at Finn like, well, I don't know what we expected.
Well, you guys get inside the Harborview Inn after a long day, very long day.
I was so tempted to just go in anyways.
You'd probably not come out.
I know.
And you enter. And,
What if I just stuck my face in? I come out no face. Can't have shit
Come
in
out
Detroit.
blind.
and you guys,
Can't have
you-
shit in Elyssara.
I believe you've already rented the rooms, if I'm not
Yes, we have.
Yeah,
Yes.
when
Right.
we first got to town, yeah.
correct. So, the barkeep / owner simply nods at you as you enter. He remembers you specifically. You guys paid a handsome tip in addition to the monies that was needed to purchase your rums. So you notice that the place, for once, is actually empty. It seems you've caught it at a rare moment where the shifts are kind of in between. And you walk upstairs to your rooms, or your room, I should say. And Ignatius follows in, and he's the last one through the door. And he will close it and turn around, lay against the door, kind of slide down, and he's just going to start crying.
You need to keep it till morning.
I'm just gonna give him a hug.
Yeah, I think Drunk's there patting him on the shoulder. I feel you, buddy.
He just says, this is punishment. This has to be punishment.
You're doing the right thing. It's sometimes doing the right thing isn't easy.
How do I make it easy?
You don't. You just gotta trudge on. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
I don't want to be like my family.
I don't have a family, but I get the sentiment. Like I said, we just gotta do our best to be good people.
I'm scared. I've only heard of Harbinger. Tonight I saw him.
Twice, no less.
Well, at the very least, you won't have any regrets years in the future that you didn't at least try to save some people. Stuff like that doesn't leave you.
Ember just walks off and disappears to his room after that comment.
There is no other room. This is it, buddy.
Oh, fuck, that's right. We only have one. He's just gonna leave.
And you're not fucking going anywhere yet.
Nope, he leaves.
He just
That-
walks
I'm
out.
gonna go sit in the long dark, guys.
That hit a nerve. He leaves for a bit.
So, sorry, I was looking at something else for a moment during
Forgot
that,
we only had one fucking bedroom.
that tiny moment. What was said that caused you to leave? Sorry.
I almost said Zig this. I meant Finn said, "Hey, sometimes you can't save everybody. That just happens." And
Oh, man. All
that
right.
just
got
seems
it.
to have struck a nerve with Ember, and he just gets up and walks out of the room. No words spoken.
Right.
I forgot we only had one bedroom. That was my bad.
That's all right. No, I like it.
Storm
And
off
as you guys, yeah, you see him storm out of the room. And
He doesn't storm. He
Well,
he just
leaves.
stands up, no words, and just leaves.
Yep. Sorry, wrong word there.
He's very calm about it.
And Ignatius just kind of says, "Is he okay?"
He does that.
He's definitely not okay, but I don't know what that in particular was about.
Look on the bright side. Other times he will smoke this horrible weed in the bedroom. Tranquility looks disgusted.
Not the worst thing that he's done.
Hey, for one, you haven't even shared a room with me. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
In the whatchamacallit, the
Yeah,
first
in
inn
Los
that we
Angeles,
stayed in.
in the first inn, I think we all
Yeah.
stayed in one room.
Did we?
Yeah. We only had one room. There were different, tranquility
Yeah.
changed behind a changing
that's
screen and
right.
slipped into a bunk. But yeah, you smoked in the room.
It was the
I
golden oak
can't-
there.
I can't hear you. I'm gonna be honest. Well, what?
It was the golden oak inn that you
Okay.
guys had your first shared room, and unfortunately that was the case because of Chrysanthus. He didn't have much vacancy at the time. That's all he had. Oh my god, you guys still don't know so much about Chrysanthus, and we will be looping back to him because he's fucking awesome. He's easily my favorite NPC in this entire game.
Sounds like somebody's driving.
Shadow, you're wind tunneling.
Oh yeah. Do you have a push to talk, Jeff?
Yeah, sorry.
That's right. I don't know what the sound is. It's probably your computer in the background there.
I will not pull my hair out, Trig. Oh.
Shadow, I gotta get you a microphone. Like a good
made
one.
of fire.
I won't say no to that.
Carnivorous, you inspired me. I might.
Pass on the love.
Thank you.
I think Drunk is going to say, like, all right, well, I'm happy to sleep on the floor since there's only so many beds. I'm very much used to it. But Drakmar, you should probably take one. Feel a little bad for you. Chin up there, buddy.
No, please. I'll take the floor. I actually prefer a flat ground, anyways. It's
All
what
right,
I'm
you
used
leave me
to.
on the floor then.
I'll sleep under the bed.
Under the bed?
Under it.
Is he fit?
Oh, a dark.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you are a deep gnome, so I mean.
No, I'm a
that's
bugbear, which
Oh,
means
sorry.
it can fit into any spot that a small creature can fit into.
Oh
Disgusting,
lord.
by the way.
Cat.
You just hear this
Hate it.
creak of the bed as it shifts slightly upward, and Finn just crawls underneath. You hear the. It's like the bed's twisting.
Oh, I'm just a nightlight for the room. Got it.
Thanks, Embrin.
All right.
Boy.
Good night.
I can't exactly turn it off.
You can dial it down, can't you?
Oh.
You can't? Oh, it's all constant. All right.
Emery, can you turn your brightness down, dog?
Sure,
Throw
man.
my
Yeah,
coat
hang on.
over him.
Well, it doesn't burn. I suppose you could just throw a blanket or a pillow.
Night, everybody.
So, Emberin, you said you left. So, as everyone else goes to sleep soundly, where do you go?
Just goes to the words. I mean, I know the bar isn't open, but he just goes like to the front room.
Okay. Down in the tavern area?
Yeah, the main floor, whatever you call it.
Yep. I suppose you take a seat at a table or something.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't see the barkeep. Everything's kind of died down for at least a few moments while the barkeep is able to get that moment to rest. And you're alone. And you hear as you sit down. Yeah. Take a load off. You're tired, aren't you? And so am I. When are you going to give me what is due?
The only thing I'm tired of is your shit. You got to have your fun last night. Will you just shut the hell up?
Oh. You have yet to pay penance. You will regret not giving me what you owe me.
What if I just go and get myself killed? What are you gonna do about it then?
You could do that. And it would not do you any good, as currently I hold control over your soul and everything it has to offer.
And what about them divine folk I've been walking with lately? Suppose I might go become a holy man. That'd just piss you off now, wouldn't it?
Snacks. Meals to supplement my meager existence. as your patron. Now, should I turn this into a bloodbath like I did the church? Or would you like to comply? And that's where we're gonna call it for tonight.
Fuck, that didn't feel like 2 hours.
Damn, I already know exactly what I was gonna say too.
Actually, you know what? Go ahead and say it before we call it. Sorry.
Oh no, that's an easy choice for him. Considering I'm actually starting to like these folk, you're not gonna touch them. Let's just get this damn shit show over with.
So you say you found your light? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I found a paycheck. Now just go get what you fucking want and leave them out of this.
I'll be waiting. And that's where we're gonna call it tonight.
Let's go.
Good night, everybody. Sleep well. Thank you for the game.
Yes,
Good
bye.
night.
Have a good night.
That didn't feel like 2 hours at all. Holy
It
shit.
did not. Went by quick.
I know.
Yeah.